You move like this and I'm all glad. Happy on the outside, jealous on the inside, and I know. I also need to speak at a consistent voice, consistent volume, so I don't have to keep making changes in editing. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing on this fine Wednesday afternoon? Today is finally going to be the first lift ever at school, man. I am not excited. As you may know, I have a problem with filming in public gyms because of the privacy of the people. I've talked about it before, I'm not going to talk about it again. I am just worried about how this is going to turn out, how it's going to be perceived in school by the other lifters in the gym. Obviously, I may or may not see some people that I know as well. So if that happens, how am I gonna edit it? How's it gonna work? I don't know. I need to stop overthinking. We do not care. Also, not to mention, I think today is the 28th. So on the 1st of February, which is like 3 days from now, something. Wait, January is 31 days, right? Is this? Yeah, like in 2 or 3 days, we're going to go on a light deficit, and it's going to progressively increase till February 18th, which is however many days from now. I need to check. You're probably gonna see it in the thumbnail of this video or the title. Not sure if I started making thumbnails yet. There's like this bucket list that I have of all the foods that I want to try before I really start going into a deficit, because I'm going to be cutting a lot of things: sugars and sweetened drinks and fatty foods, and all of that is gonna go. And so I low-key want to take my chances before I really begin this cut and properly say goodbye to this bulk, man. It's been a wild ride and I'm definitely gonna miss it. I feel like you can kind of tell now, I actually kind of don't like bulking, man. I hate bulking. Bulking is ass. But anyway, back to the workout. Today's workout is gonna be at school 100% this time. I'm going right now. It's gonna happen. Wrong. We're just gonna do it normally. Just gonna do the same things that I do back home, just at school. If anything, they have a bigger gym, so I might throw in like a preacher curl in there, just because I really like my elbows rested on something when I'm curling. It prevents me from cheating, and it also feels better. I feel much more, I don't know, stimulated. Do me a favor. And then maybe if I'm actually feeling good today and I'm feeling more pumped, I'll throw in some forearms at the end as well. I low-key need to work on them too. Forearms, in my opinion, complete the look of your big arm. I have never really seen someone who has big arms but also has noticeably tiny forearms. You're indirectly always exercising them, and not just in the gym but in your daily life. If you're someone who's always outside doing like a lot of physical labor, for example, like if that's your job, you are probably gonna have bigger forearms than most people, and so you kind of end up with these like Popeyes looking ass arms, you know, like what's this guy's name, this arm wrestler, Devin Larratt. Wow, you seen his forearms, man? Oh my god. All right, that's pretty much it for this car ride. Honestly, I feel like I didn't say much, but there's not that much to say. Hopefully we have a good workout. I'm excited.
I am having a very bad day. I am in no mood. Oh, bro.
Dude, stop, let me go. Dude, let me go.
Yo, please, man, please. What the fuck are we doing?
What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we actually doing?
And he's like,
Man, I guess this is all that was on my mind. I just felt bad.
felt bad. And so I'm like shit, man, like, bro, like I thought we were good. And then I started telling him like, hey man, like I know it's been a year and all, but maybe you just haven't given yourself a break in a year. Maybe you weren't fully over it. You just distracted yourself by other things. Well, what else are you gonna think about other than the thing you haven't really dealt with? The topic I'm talking about right now is quite a sensitive topic, and I don't really know how to begin talking about it, but I'm pretty sure it's a topic that everyone can relate to, at least to some degree. I think all I'm gonna say is don't date, right? Is that fair to say? Is that crazy to say? Don't date if you aren't ready to date. I know that sounds self-explanatory, like no shit, but people have different ideas of ready to date. People have different ideas of when they're ready to date, how ready looks like. And it's like, my personal opinion, right? I'm not ruling this on anyone. There has to be some emotional stability, emotion availability, financial feasibility, and time. and a lot of time. There are so many sacrifices that you have to make in order to keep a stable relationship. People think that, yeah, like 35, 40 plus years of marriage is purely built on love. They both love each other. No, I don't think that. It's not just that. It's definitely that for a big portion, but it's more letting things slide for one another, understanding and appreciating the things each person has for the other, right? There are going to be so many things that you dislike about the other person that you are going to have to let go because there's so much more than both of you in a relationship, right? There's a responsibility behind it. The house, if you have kids, that's a bigger responsibility. So it's kind of this ego thing, right? Where everyone wants to get what they want for themselves. Everyone's choosing for themselves. But when people choose a person to date, they're forgetting that they're not picking a wife. They're picking a mother. They're picking a mother. They're picking a wife. They're picking a person who can befriend them, but they're picking a person who they can put their trust in them. There's so much more to it than I love you and I love you too. Love is purely an emotion. And in order to have a stable relationship, there has to be so much more than just love. And I feel like that's why so many of us now have this weird dilemma, the dilemma of losing the love of my life.
Oh, bruh.
I feel like every guy who's below 25 has gone through it at least once. Losing the love of my life, losing the girl who I thought was gonna be the one.
Shut the f.
I did so many things with her. We have so many memories together, and now she's gone, and you are now unable to move on because you truly thought that she was gonna be the one. Calling her the love of your life. Bro, you're 20, you didn't even have a life. It's sad that people have to go through it and, face the emotional aftermath. People start building trust issues and they stop communicating, they change and they become introverts or they become extroverts. Like everyone has their own coping mechanism, right? And a lot of people have really unhealthy ones. And so it's so sad to see that people keep falling into this trap, this same trap. And I can't really blame them because it's just inexperience. They're just chasing their emotion and they're doing what they think is best for them because they don't know any better. However, I do feel like you have to understand, our perspective, our emotions. It is hard for us to act out that level of maturity. A lot of people might know what the right thing to do is, but it's always easier said than done. A lot of us know exactly what to do, but we just can't because we can't help it. That's not ignorance and that's not lack of knowledge. It's just human weakness. Yeah, human weakness. It's in us all, It's an innocent mistake and it ruins a lot of people, man. It really ruins a lot of people. A lot of people can be thrown off by it because, like I said, we have different coping mechanisms. And unfortunately, a large portion of the people who do go through it end up trying to mask the pain or solving it through drugs, smoking, and really unhealthy habits. While others, like you mentioned earlier, try to solve it through sports, athletics, academics, could be anything else. But both these groups have one thing in common, and is that they're both very much emotionally hurt. You know what I mean? I just hate to see that it can hurt long-term marriages because two people get married. Bro, two people get married and then each of them are thinking about their ex that they had when they were 19 and 20 years old. No. Oh, no, I don't want to watch. No! Like, imagine how shitty that might be. You're both married and you probably have kids, and both of you are still hung up and cannot move on or cannot forget about the things you did with your ex when you were 19 and 20. We're in a generation where we're so attached. We are unbelievably attached. It's so weird. It's so weird, and God help us all. Like, God help us all. I feel like there's one more thing I also have to mention, just one more. And it's the fact that when people tell me about their stories, their experiences, their losses, and their grief about this particular topic, love and losing love and all that, I always get this sense of like, this is only happening to me. Why is this happening to me? What I had was so unfortunate.
Oh man, I was right there. Oh man, we could have had a nice thing. We could have done this. We could have been that.
No! That isn't how it works. And I feel like people forget that it's a stereotype for a reason. It's a meme for a reason. We relate
to these stories for a reason, and that reason is because it happens to all of us. You know, you're not special in any way, shape, or form. So when you think, like,
Man, why did this happen? I wish this wouldn't have happened. This shouldn't have turned out that way.
no, man, no. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us go through the same thing. I mean, my friend over there just said it. None of us have ever had a unique experience. And that's facts. Should you, God forbid, go through that, which don't even put yourself in that position. But if you are already in that position, you're not special by any means. Everyone goes through that thing as well. And you're gonna get through it just like the rest of us, man. There's nothing special about it. And I'm not saying that to downplay what happened to you or how it turned out for yourself. And I'm also not downplaying how devastating it might have been. Because it probably is, and I know that for a fact. But just don't think you're special. Don't think you're the only one going through it. A lot of other people have went through it just the same way you did. Whether you're a guy, whether you're a girl, it happens to the best of us. All we can do is just move on and learn from it and make the best of what we got. And that's pretty much it. Do this one last set.